When I entered the field back in 1990, the key phrase was customer satisfaction. Right? And we all lived with this lie, which was that a satisfied customer would be a loyal customer. I mean, we now learn that that's not the case. So customer satisfaction didn't turn out to be enough. And then the world sort of matured and we started focusing on customer experience. We realized, hey, we got to look at this end to end and map out the journey and look at all of the moments of truth. Remember that time? And then people said, wait a minute, even that's not enough. It's not just the experience. What we want is the customer loyalty. How do we get the customer to come back? How do we get the customer to prefer us? How do we differentiate from the competition? You know what? The world continued to mature, and then the focus was not just loyalty, but customer advocacy. How do we get the customer to recommend us, to refer us to a colleague or a friend? How do we make sure not only that they come back, but they tell and encourage other people? And what we're seeing now is that the world continues to develop into what I call customer partnership and authentic customer care. When we look at an industry like financial services or like a technology industry, what you have is exactly the same principles, but they need to be applied in a very specific way. So for example, in the world of technology, writing code, well, actually the AI is going to do it better than the human coder pretty soon. So then how is one company going to differentiate from the other? Look at something like cloud services. I mean, once it's up in the cloud, the price point is the only competitive factor? No, it's the client experience that becomes the competitive factor, right? And the client is a human being. So the client has concerns, the client has aspirations, the client has constraints, the client has concerns and priorities. So then that dialogue with the client, that curiosity to listen to and appreciate the client, and then the actions that you take with your colleagues to be able to propose to that client, to be able to confirm with that client, to be able to deliver for that client, that's not something that's going to be done by the AI. That's something that's going to be done by the AI-enabled human being. And so you can see right there, it's going to be the same principles, taking action to create value for someone else. But it's going to be delivered very differently than if you're at the hotel pool or if you're looking for your lost bag at the airline, right? That would be a technology situation. So one of the biggest problems businesses have today is called silo mentality. Right? I'm in my department, you're in your division, that's not my job, that's your job, it wasn't my fault, it was your fault. If you want to talk to me, go talk to your manager, he'll talk to my manager, I'll see you in the weekly meeting. Right? It's crazy. We need people who can work smooth and seamlessly across different boundaries that used to exist. Now, how do you enable that? When you've got one group over here that's doing sales, and you've got another group over here that's doing building security, or that's doing IT, or that's doing finance, or that's doing manufacturing, or marketing, or production, or warehousing. These are the different silos. Now, what all of them have in common is that the reason that they exist is to take some action that creates some value for someone else. That someone else could be in another department. That someone else could be a partner, a reseller, a channel, a vendor. That someone else could be the end customer or the end client. It could be the shareholder, right? It could be, so service is taking action to create value for someone else. That applies to everybody. Boom, right there, we've started to build a common service language. So now if I bring you and people from other departments together in the room to work on something, and I say, look, we're all here because we have a job to do. What's the job? Take action as a company to create value for our customers. Okay, what do our customers value? And then we can start to look at their experience, and then we can start to build our way back into how do we deliver that experience. And then we realize that, hey, each of these different departments has a different role to play, and often we have to play them with each other. But now we're not saying this is my job, your job. We're saying what's our job from the customer's point of view. And that helps to bring a team together. Now, once you've given them the definition, you can give them tools. You can run them through workshops. You can give them proven principles. We call this a proven path to unleashing unbelievable. And that's what it is that our organization has developed over the years and delivered to very siloed organizations in different industries and help bring them and their customers together.